Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Rams will keep this drive going.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Walker to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On third down, going up top. It's complete to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Colorado State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Colorado State 7, Kennesaw State 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Heels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. See what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Walker will fire. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
guess we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Extending the play. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 45 on his way. And he breaks into the open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 10 over Michigan State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Walker to throw. He's right on target. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in.
Got a lot of running room. Just steamrolling the defense. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
And the Rams will have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Bridges. Breaks the tackle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Finds his big tight end. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and goal from way back there. Back to the ground game on the left. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To the ground with the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Right back to the well. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. He uncorks one deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. It's complete.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Barry. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. Wide out in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Trying to get to it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
3rd and goal coming up here. He'll ride his man on the option. And they get him down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rams will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And some room to work. Open runway ahead. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching play.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He'll pull it down, and he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Gain of 6. Fourth down coming up.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Zings it complete to the right.
I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. They're usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide and give him the run.
Line getting set on second down. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down coming up. The give to the lone running back. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Now they'll try the right side.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing. Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? And that's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 4th down, going to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes a grab enough for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Colorado State 14, Kennesaw State 13.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Colorado State.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Looking for the 2-point try. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Walker will fire. Using the quick game. He's into the end zone. It is good, and now it's a 2-possession game, a 9-point lead here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He wants to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Got his man on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll go right back to the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got his man, makes the grab. Stumbled to the ground.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. They're facing a third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the Rams have a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man down the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to the air one more time. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense.
You're trailing it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. The Rams get enough to move the chains. Really determined performance from this running game, guys. And I wouldn't call it an upset, but it is going to lead them to victory against a higher-ranked team.
Yeah, so it would be an upset, Reese. That's exactly what an upset is beating a team that's ranked higher than you. But to do it in the fashion they did, it was fun to watch. Like a team really used the physical ground and pound style to come pull off the upset, Jesse.
Yeah, I think the rest of the country, David, might be a little bit surprised by this, but you know, talking to them, that this is what they expected. They take pride in just how physical they are, and they were able to put that physicality and running the ball on display for the entire country to watch.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the option. He'll toss it. Fighting off the defender. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills,